with oh man, who was it? Venom.
Yeah, Venom. And I remember Ally was talking mad poop.
Well, yeah, the whole room was wild, dude. Everyone was kind of... The second he won, there was just fingers going off. The crowd just got silent because the crowd was like everyone cheering for Dre.
I was standing on a chair. Even my 6'5", you know, I couldn't see it over the crowd of people that we had going on right there. But here we go. We got Dre Charles going up against Elu. Dre Charles whipping out his brand new patented Ryu. He has been playing, not Ryu, his patented Ridley. He has been playing Ken again. He has gone back to his former love right there and playing Ken. I didn't know what exactly we were going to see going up against Elu, but it looks like he's going with the tried and true Ridley right here. And Elu, of course, you know, playing what is his character? Greninja.
Yeah, that's his name.
Playing his good old Kermit.
Yeah, so...
And, no changes there.
My second tournament here... My name's Shakes, by the way. I'm new to the area. I moved here like a year ago. My second tournament, first round, was against Elu. And I had no idea who he was, and I got slaughtered. He, took me to town. His Greninja's really, really good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely, he definitely is a mixer for sure, but, like... Dre Charles playing Ridley, one of those big boys. We're not really seeing as much of it right here because right now we're both like they're both sort of in the percent range where they're not, you know, combos aren't really working anymore. They're both just really trying to kill each other. But I can imagine Elu just being able to keep Ridley in disadvantage for a long time. Was that a back air or a forward air? That was a back air, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So quick, I actually couldn't even really tell. Ridley, of course, is one of the biggest characters in the entire game. He might be the biggest. I think he is, actually,
yes.
Yeah. You know, I just think the wings just take up so much darn room.
Are they always a hurt box, the wings?
The wings? I actually don't know. I would assume that they have a hurt box. But I will be completely honest. I can't confirm that.
Okay.
Pro commentator tip. If you don't know something, just admit that you don't know it. Don't pretend like you do. That's an actual Tunis pro tip.
Yeah, and
right
with Ridley, too. While Ridley's the largest character in the game, it's actually worth noting he's not even in like the top bracket of the heaviest.
Yeah, I believe he's around
midweight.
Mario's weight.
Yeah, he's basically a midweight, and for Greninja, that's actually really big because that means he's a big hurt box that gets launched up like at a reasonable percent. He's not too heavy or anything, and you can get really good kill confirms off in the air.
It's one of those things that you can like see people arguing that Ridley might get worse as time goes on.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you can actually see justifying their arguments because Ridley is honestly a wonderful character. He's got really great combos. He's pretty scary in the neutral. His neutral air is just it's a great combo starter, combo finisher, get off me tool. It's a great out of shield option as well. It's just got all of that. Yep. So but him just, you know, being a heavyweight, that's the weight of Mario. It's like
yeah,
that's kind of crazy. I mean, he's not light by any standards. I believe Mario is actually sort of right in the middle of the board in terms of like weighting these characters. So he doesn't die early and he doesn't die late either. But for a character like Ridley, you feel like it should be a benefit that he stays alive a little longer. But I guess they thought he would have been a little too good of a character otherwise.
Yeah, so. He breaks the archetype of a heavy, right? Like he's a reasonable speed. He has really good edge guarding actually, and like while he has some moves that kill, like really early, like up smash, he doesn't have like a ton of really heavy hitting moves like that you'd expect. So he does definitely break the norm in a bunch of ways, which is really cool.
Yeah. He's gonna get in with that F tilt, a wonderful spacing tool both at ledge and in neutral. He's gonna hit him with a falling there, just another one of those practical uses for it, and another one to get him off stage. Drew tried to hit him with the down smash coming up. That actually almost would have killed.
Yeah, I actually see a lot of Ridleys go for F smash off ledge get-ups just because he kills so early, but I think down smash covers a little bit more, so it's probably a smarter option if you're trying to cover roll too.
For sure. Ooh, gonna hit him with the counter.
The better counter now. The spike hits reliably, which is terrifying.
Trying to get him with the Nair mix. If he was able to land that second Nair, it probably would have been big damage. Elu just trying to find some sort of way in, going for the pivot up tilt instead of a grab. Ooh, getting the dash attack, but not able to convert into a jab, and instead Dre Charles is going to get a jab of his own, force him off.
Whoa, okay.
Joe just jumped you.
Those are some interesting physics.
And the dash attack chomp. Going to be able to do it. This is Elu just going up in the air like an illegal Chinese firework, dude. I thought that was going to keep him in disadvantage for a long, long time, but instead, Dre Charles just waiting patiently, seeing where he was going to go, and Elu just drifting his way back to the ledge. An unsafe option against a character like Ridley. Ridley is quite fast, and his dash attack does kill. Yeah. So you're going to be careful with that.
You could tell at the end, like, as much as Greninja is a really good character right now, generally considered, like, high tier, maybe some people consider him, like, bottom of top tier, like, you saw at the end, he was really fishing for, like, one of, like, a handful of options to try to get a kill off stage, right? He's at a high percent, so he's really afraid, but he's really looking for Nair, which means he has to be point blank against a character that one F smash is just going to rock him, so he went for a couple mix-ups with the counter, and I don't know if I saw any shadow sneaks, but it can be tough for Greninja if he doesn't have the lead.
For sure, for sure. And Elu saying no more interruptions, no more platforms for you to land on, nothing, no safety nets for you. Your 401k just got 401k just got deleted off the map. I couldn't convert that into a joke. I'm sorry. Anyway, he's gonna have tilt him for his troubles though. But I can imagine him wanting to take him to FD because, like I said, you know, no platforms might make it a little easier for a character like Greninja to keep you in the mix.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, Greninja is sort of like a discount fox in that regard. It's just he's such a good character at the schmicks, as they call it in New York. And you know, without any platforms, it should be easier for Greninja to be able to do that against a character as big as Ridley, in theory. You know, it's all going to be dependent on if Dre is just going to be able to keep himself grounded. You know, not jump when he doesn't have to and get caught in like a falling down air or something by Elu. Just something to be able to start those combos. As that back air is going to be able to take the stock. It's going to be on him to take advantage of the stage himself, to keep that grounded game going. Actually force Greninja to be playing the neutral against you, and just be careful when you're actually in advantage, because like if you jump around in advantage a little too much, that forward air almost takes the stock. That is when a character like Greninja, just a very combo heavy, mix heavy character, is just going to be able to swoop in, get that damage on you, and just sneak in that kill ever so carefully. So I can see if Dre wants to win this, he's definitely going to have to focus very hard on keeping his advantage state very clutch. Yeah, to make sure he doesn't get caught up in that mix too much by Elu.
Yeah, you saw that in the first stock. Like, Elu spent almost half of his first stock off stage just trying to recover, and that's exactly the opposite of what you'd expect in this matchup, theoretically. And then you kind of saw it turn around in stock 2. It's really going to be on Elu to kind of press the advantage and keep Ridley in disadvantage here, which he has him in a decent position for, but he's going to need to just consistently land these hits on his get-up options, which tables are turned now. It gives up stage position, and Dre Charles looking to get his edge guard. It's the classic Ridley, right? Just F tilde that ledge, go for the 2-frame. It's like really safe, and then if you have time after hitting it, you go for fireballs and just keep re-pressure them every single time.
Yeah, he's just catching up with the sneaky little F tilt right there. Elu now has him off stage.
Yeah, like that's a really good example with that Greninja back air that landed. Like, Ridley's at 88%, and he got nothing off of it at the end. Like, there's not a lot of moves that Greninja has that actually link into other stuff, but the ones that do are really reliable when they land. So he's just going to have to find those openings. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. Dre Charles is overcommitting just a little bit with that back air. It's all Elu needs to be able to get back in with that grab. I actually like that shadow sneak right there, calling out the defensive option right there, but unfortunately it does whiff.
Yeah, I'm curious why it was facing the other direction. Generally, the hitbox tends to autocorrect depending on which side you reappear on other characters. But
yeah, and it's very surprising that didn't work against Ridley, as that forward air is going to take the stock right there. All of a sudden, we are at a completely even game between these two opponents.
And one thing I haven't seen Elu even go for, so I'm not sure if he's labbed it. If you've seen the falling up air strings that lead into kind of tech chase scenarios with Greninja, like taking Ridley to FD is like a perfect option for that. But I mean, it's definitely something you're going to have to get the timing down and kind of get really consistently. I've only seen it landed once so far in a clip, but it is reliable once you get it.
Dre just sort of trying to keep his space from Elu right there. He's trying to keep him in his own like little state of disadvantage just by hitting him with those F tilts, those down tilts, but it's not working, as Elu is finally able to find some way in with those 2 neutral airs into the forward air, and now catching him with an up air for his troubles. Oh my goodness, that shadow sneak would have been so hype if it landed, but Dre just a little bit prepared for it.
Yeah, that fair was really smart. I wouldn't even have gone for it with it. I mean, I don't play Ridley, so I don't know if that's out, but that was surprising. Worked out.
Yeah. Elu just all of a sudden working really hard to try and bring this back, but he was still at the percent differential right there, but not that it was going to matter. They were both at relatively high kill percentage. Dre just barely sneaking in that back air, able to take the stock, but Elu smiling about it, sitting in good spirits.
Yeah.
You know, happy as can be.
As cliche as it is, that was actually a really nice back air. How low that landed, that was like right on the edge, so like just props. I mean, that matchup should